Well, they did it. They finally did it. They decided to give Chainsawman an anime, and I sincerely apologize for the crazy shit you're about to go through. I may sound dramatic, but Chainsawman is one of the weirdest and emotional roller coasters I've ever been on. Except when you're supposed to get off, they just tighten the seats again and crank up the speed to 11. There's so many twists and turns and random shit in the middle that you really don't know what the hell is happening sometimes, but you just can't leave. And the greatest thing is that majority of the cast is very likable, especially Best Girl. No, not her. Her. The story's pretty solid too, although it can get a little too off the wall, though I feel that's kind of the point. Having a great balance of ridiculous events happening left and right while keeping the story cohesive works well for it. In my opinion, that's what drew so many people to keep up with it every chapter, having so many gag moments, but getting so brutal just a page later. The story, which for the sake of spoilers I won't go into too much detail, goes as followed. Our lovable Eber protag Denji is an errand boy for the Yakuza after his father passed, leaving all of his debt to him. He has to do anything he can to absolve his debt, whether it be doing odd jobs or selling organs, which Denji gives the literal meaning of the phrase, "I'd give my left nut." After being told that his dad threw up the peace sign for the last time, Denji's told he needs to come up with $700,000 by the next morning, or the Yakuza's gonna find some pretty creative ways to get that money back. At the same time, Denji is approached by a devil dog with a chainsaw coming out of its face. Denji prepares himself for the worst, thinking that he's going to die, but it turns out that the devil dog is actually also hurt. Not wanting to see anyone else lose their life, Denji knows that devils feed off of blood. So Denji tells the devil dog to bite him and soak up his blood, but that blood's not coming for free. He set him up with a contract saying that if I help you, you help me. With the help of his chainsaw dog that he is now named Pochita, Denji goes to the Yakuza and asks them to hire him as a devil hunter. This way he can kill devils for money, which he can use to pay part of his debt and the rest to just survive. Also, can we talk about how adorable this actual hellspawn of a dog is? Just look at him. A stupid chainsaw coming out of his face, he's adorable. Fast forward a bit, and Denji has been doing odd jobs on the side while selling a couple of his very important organs in my opinion, while also being a devil hunter on the side, which devil hunting nets him about $300,000 per devil that he's killed. Now I know what you're thinking, that's actually not that bad, kills a couple devils, he'll probably be able to pay down his debt. Well, it's the Yakuza, you know it's not that simple. The one who finds him the jobs to kill devils are the Yakuza, which means that they have control over how much money they'll actually pay him. Let's say he gets around 300 to 400,000 yen for every devil that he kills. The Yakuza take off about 170,000 to go towards his 38.4 million yen debt. Then they take off a finder's fee, all different other crazy fees, and then Denji is left with about 70,000. Then you factor in the water bill, the rent that he has to pay for the place he stays, and other debts that Denji has had to take out to pay off his already enormous debt. He's left with about 1,800 yen, which is barely enough to actually live as a human being. And in Denji's words, that's enough to eat one piece of bread. Just dry bread. Not toasted, no jam, no jelly, no peanut butter, no cheese, no butter. Just one bland piece of bread. Every day for a month. That is how he'll survive. Now Denji's a simple person. All he wants to do is do whatever he can to get rid of this debt so he can finally live a normal life. One where he can actually just be a kid. Maybe eat some actual food. Talk to some girls. Just living free. And right now, since his dad died and left him with his debt, the only one he has right now is Pochita. So he keeps him very near and dear to his heart. And unfortunately for Denji, a future like that is paved on a road filled with nothing but spikes and blazing hot fire. His employers, the Yakuza, under the control of a devil, killed Denji and Pochita for the sake of the devil controlling them, hating devil hunters. Chopped up and thrown into a dumpster, Pochita is somewhat living on by drinking some of Denji's blood from his corpse. Now Pochita was told by Denji that if anything were to ever happen to him, he would take his body and live on. Which devils have the ability to bond with another person's body and take it over, and they can still keep living on. But Pochita said, nah. It's okay. I'm gonna become your heart. But in exchange for me giving you back your life, you have to show me your dreams. And by doing that, Pochita is able to revive Denji, but in the process making him a chainsaw devil man. Armed with a ripcord coming out of his chest and actual chainsaws coming out of his head and hands, he makes quick, light work of the zombie devil and the zombified Yakuza members. After slaughtering the zombie devil and the Yakuza he was controlling, he's approached by public safety devil hunters who are employed by the government. This is also where Denji makes his first encounter with Makima. Pause for other dogs in the background. Alright, we may proceed. Now Makima gives him a choice. Either 1, he can become just another dead corpse on the ground, or 2, he can live his life becoming Makima's dog. And while that may come off weird, actually no, it's really as weird as it sounds. She wants that man to be a dog, like woofing and all. It's actually pretty crazy. But with that, Denji finally sees the light at the end of the tunnel to finally be free of his debt and live a carefree life. And by light at the end of the tunnel, I mean a train barreling at him at 100 miles per hour. Now that's just the tip of the iceberg for this series, but it starts off with a bang and it just keeps rolling. I'm glad more people will get to experience the wild ride of Chainsawman. It really handles the shift between crazy fun gags and intense brutality, and in some instances they blend together so well. I really like the way the author conveys the idea of a devil. In this world, a devil is made from the fear people have of a concept or an object or even an idea, and depending on how large of a fear the general population has, the stronger the devil is. So if you can think of it and you can be afraid of it, it's a devil. Which, I mean, for Christ's sake, he killed a tomato devil. Who's afraid of tomatoes? Is it people who are allergic to tomatoes? If you have time and you're interested, I recommend checking out the manga. It's less than 100 chapters and it's a really good read with some good twists, good action, cute waifus, and your usual brand of shonen BS. The Chainsaw anime currently doesn't have a release date as of this recording. Hey there, Gizmo from the future here. So it looks like they actually gave us a premiere date of 2022, no tentative date in a month, but that's pretty cool. They're also going to be doing a continuation of the manga as well, so pretty hyped for that. So yeah, looks like we have a date now. Anyway, back to the video. But I can't wait to see when it airs. Hopefully it keeps us close to the source material, but as always, what do you guys think? Are you hyped for Denji's wild adventures? Any fave characters? Let us know down below. And we appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us, and I hope you guys rock with us further in the future. Make sure to drop a like if you like the type of content that we're putting out, and if you're feeling really frisky, hit us with a sub. But of course, I've been Gizmo. This is WeebNClean. Remember to stay clean, and I'll see you next time.